Hello everyone, thanks so much for tuning into Sin's Workshop. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So, today we are going to be reviewing Love at Second Sight by F.T. Lukens. Once again, huge thank you to the publisher for sending me a copy of this book to read and review. I absolutely adored it. It's a fun, light, quick novel, but it has a really deep meaning to it, and that's what I appreciated from it. That deep meaning. It was kind of like Scooby-Doo vibes. You remember that episode of Supernatural meets Scooby-Doo? That's basically what this book is. So your main character is Cam. He lives in a paranormal society, but he is just a regular human, or so he thinks. He discovers that he is actually clairvoyant, and honestly, him being clairvoyant and then coming out to his parents as clairvoyant was moving. Obviously, these are queer characters. It's already established that Cam is a queer character. At the very least, he is bi, because he does like Mateo, the werewolf boy. And Mateo kind of likes him back too, and it's kind of adorable. And his friend Al is a non-binary witch. So there are a lot of queer characters in the novel, and it's very diverse. But what I really think is really interesting is, even though it's established that, queer is norm, which it should be, and what's pushing him on the outside is that he's not paranormal. And when he discovers, wow, I am part of this paranormal community, now he has to try to navigate how to be in this community. He has to navigate how to be himself and find acceptance with himself, because he's had this really uptight, normal family of normal people who only wanted him to be friends with normal kids and not really rely so much on his witchy friends or this new paranormal community. And you definitely see the symbolism. You definitely see that moving aspect of, maybe a kid coming out of the closet and opening himself up to his family, not being wholly accepted, and then trying to navigate this new community that they're becoming a part of. It's really moving, and I think it really does speak to a lot of readers, and will speak to a lot of readers. Then you also have this murder aspect, because his very first vision is a murder taking place. So Cam is scrambling. He's just like, I need to solve this murder. And, he makes new friends. Mateo, a sprite, Gemma, another medium. And he has a confrontation with Al. And it's this whole thing. But it's reminding me very much of, Scooby-Doo in that aspect. And I'm a huge Scooby-Doo fan. I grew up watching it. And then I watched the Incorporated one. Why can't I think of the name with my kids? But I love classic. And then What's Up, Scooby-Doo, when they're all kids. It's so cute. So I have a soft spot for Scooby-Doo, and I really love that aspect. I wasn't really into Supernatural as much. I know it's strange coming from me. I'd watch a few episodes here or there, but I wasn't gung-ho in love with it. My thing was Charmed. The OG Charmed. As if that's any surprise to anyone. But, it really did give off those paranormal vibes and those fandoms to create this wonderful mystery aspect of the story. And all of this is happening while he's still trying to navigate his place in this community, in this place, his place and his power, and accepting who he is and loving himself for it. And it's really quite moving and powerful, I think. It's not really heavy. It is a light, enjoyable story. You could probably read it in a sitting. I know I certainly did. But it has a deep meaning to it that I think will resonate with a lot of readers. So, if you love Supernatural, Scooby-Doo, Charmed, if you like the weird and strange and unusual, definitely pick up this book. It's a really fun, quick read. F.T. Lukens is really good at writing paranormal stories and making them light without making them heavy, and also capturing such a deep, meaningful meaning between the lines. So it's a deep and moving story, but it's also short and sweet, and I think that makes it more impactful. So, Love at Second Sight by F.T. Lukens. Once again, huge thank you to the publisher for giving me a copy of this book. On that note, thanks again for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with all your book-loving friends. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, and as always, happy reading.